Natembea tembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa.
So welcome to The Loop by none other than Okaka himself, and today I'm joined in by one great guest. You can introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Wendy Kay. I'm a singer, songwriter, producer.
Yeah. So today we're here just to chat a bit about Wendy Kay herself. So I'll just start out by you letting us know, not the Wendy Kay who's the producer or the musician, but who are you actually?
I would say I'm an ever-evolving human being.
Yeah.
I still learn new things about myself every day, so there's always an element of surprise with me.
Yeah. We hear you. So when it comes to your new album, My Way 2, can you say it's actually an evolution of My Way 1?
I would say it's an evolution of a lot of things for me, from the sounds that I chose to how I wrote the songs to how I presented the whole project. This was just a culmination of different sounds that I was also experimenting with, and also at the same time sharing with my audience to tell them that this is who I am for now. So I keep on evolving, I keep on changing, I keep on learning, but this is where I'm at right now, and I hope you guys can go with me through this journey.
We are with you. We are with you.
Thank you.
So if I may ask, actually, did you produce any beats on the album?
I produced a song called Fantasy. Yeah.
Okay, so you do produce your own beats?
Yes, I do.
Okay. As a musician, as a producer, as an artist, let's just say, how's the COVID period for you?
It's been very interesting. I think the world changed when COVID happened, not just in the music industry. So many things changed, and it's been a bit of a, for me personally, it's been a bit of a struggle trying to understand where the world is versus where I am, and then trying to combine both worlds, because it's very important for me to relate to someone who is at home, who maybe they don't have a job. COVID is hectic. I want to be able to write something that will encourage that person. At the same time, there are people who've been thriving in COVID.
Yeah.
So it's been a very weird time, I won't lie. But what I can say is it's very important for a human being, not just an artist, a human being, to be adaptable. Whatever comes your way, if the world is ending tomorrow, how prepared are you? So, yeah.
So what did you actually just get to, like, let's say a nugget of wisdom that you actually just got in the COVID period, and you're actually using it right now too?
I'd say I forced myself to learn different skills, but one of the things that really came through for me was music production. So I started producing music a while back, but I wasn't confident. Even when maybe in the credits you'd come and check, I wouldn't put my name that I produced it, because I was like, oh, people will be, So this time I was like, let me be confident. If people don't like what I make, that tells me something. If they like it, that tells me something as well.
In the Panda Shuka, I've actually seen the video and it's actually nice. Oh, did you have a part in that?
Natembea tembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa. Nakimbia kimbia, maisha ya kimbia.
So sometimes if I don't produce a song, sometimes I help compose the song. So what happened was I was watching Shades of Benga, which is a very rich YouTube short film, if I may say so, about Kenyan music, pre-colonial and post-colonial. And then there's this one episode that I watched that a certain guitarist was playing in my head. So I remember when I went to studio and there was a guitarist there and my cousin was the producer. So I just told him, I have this idea. So I just told him, play it like this. He played it like that. And then we continued, adding the elements. So in music, there's a lot of terms. There's composer, there's author, there's producer, beat maker. There's so many. And I've realized, especially for female artists, we like downsizing our roles. We like downsizing what we're doing, yet we're doing so much. You are a composer, you're an author, you're a producer. So many things that we should take pride in that. So for me, this was a time where I was like, I'm pushing the boundaries and I'm going to take credit for what I deserve.
You actually do.
Yeah.
Do you mind taking us through just a slight process as a producer? As in, how do you actually just come up with that beat? That
for fantasy, I wish I had a session. For fantasy, so I normally use programs called Logic or Ableton. So for fantasy, I remember I was just playing around with some chords, and then I came up with a nice marimba synth. So I just build up on it, and then I build up. When I finish, that's when I'm like, oh, maybe I want to sing about this. Sometimes when I'm creating a song, I will have a melody in my head and I'll sing it out. Then I'll change the sound, the tuning, or different things. So it's different, it varies. Sometimes I finish in one take, other times it takes me months to finish a
just
song.
experimenting.
Yeah, just
everything.
experimenting. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe just send us a video.
Yeah, I will, I have to.
How I sometimes make a song.
This is actually a weird one, but as a musician, describe your favorite part of being a musician.
My favorite part. Oh my goodness. I mean, there are many, but I'd say creating the music. Because in that moment, it's just you and your thoughts. Even before anyone else comes, it's like me and what do I want to say. So it's like this whole world I'm exploring. It's exciting, it's confusing. So I think that's one of the best moments.
And the worst?
The worst moments?
Yeah.
Touring. Media tours.
Yeah.
Lakini ni noma, isi mbaya.
Because I actually thought you'll actually say marketing.
I mean, I think that's part of marketing.
Yeah, the touring.
Marketing, I'd say, I don't want to hate on marketing because marketing has evolved in so many industries, not just music. You have to be online, you have to be content. But now for me, media tours, I always kind of struggle because at times it gets monotonous, sometimes it gets, you know, what's the point? Some people don't do their research. But so far for this one, I feel like it's been really good.
Yeah, thank you. So, well, like your least favorite part is actually the tours.
Yeah.
But as an artist, I actually feel like, okay, me as an artist, I actually get to feel like marketing is my worst part because it's kind of too hectic.
Yeah.
It's kind of too hectic.
Yeah.
So if you already know actually my favorite song in your album. Do you? Okay, let me just tell you. My favorite one is Niambie.
Thank you.
So Niambie is actually a really good thing, and I feel like it actually resonates with a lot of people. So what inspired it?
I remember it was such a random song. We had gone to the coast, me and Jerai, just to have a good time. And then I remember I was to meet up with one producer called Lemmy. So we went with Jerai to the studio. Sorry, he started creating the beat. I jumped on it, she jumped on it. It was so fluid, we hadn't planned on anything, and Niambie came about. It
wasn't something personal or something?
I mean, for me, every song that I write comes from a place. It might not necessarily be my own experience, but there's someone around me who's gone through it or someone I know. So for that particular song, for my verse, I talk about I find my guy, akona kadem, wanaongeleshana usiku. And if a Nairobi chick hasn't gone through that, I don't know how, then you're very lucky. So there's that angle. And then for Njerae, for her now, she's talking about the guy is insecure about her, like constantly doubting her, ebu niambie, So it was such a different, but kind of similar topic.
Yeah.
It was very interesting to explore.
It's such a good jam.
Thank you.
Yeah, so having some great collabs like Scar, of course, there's Steph in the album, in the current album. What does that mean for you? As in, is it a milestone? Is it what does that mean for you?
First of all, that's a huge honor for me. These are artists that I look up to, I've always loved, always admired, and they have huge following. So even for me, for them to accept being on my album, for example, like Scar, he's on 2 songs on the album. For me, that's a huge thing, and I will forever be grateful to him. And Steph came on, she did her thing. Everything just worked out perfectly.
What is a song in the album that is actually just your tune? As in, you always just, whenever you're humming to something, and that's just the song. And if you don't mind, you can actually just give us the real deal.
I think it changes because my mood changes a lot. So today maybe it's I'm feeling happy, I'll play fantasy. Tomorrow I'm feeling woye, I'll play, another song on the album. So I don't think I have like that one song that, I think for me the one song that maybe a lot of people have resonated with, or they constantly remind me of, is Panda Shuka.
Yeah.
And also because that one is one of the songs that came out very early, late last year. So I think that's why. Yeah.
So which one are you giving us?
I think Panda Shuka.
You can just give us a tune, yeah.
Natembea tembea, natafuta mimea, panda shuka kusaka maisha mema, naomba majaliwa.
Awesome. Awesome. So the last time we were actually talking, you actually mentioned that anxiety, if someone doesn't have anxiety on the stage, is actually not human to say, but how do you actually deal with the anxiety on stage?
It's both a fright and excitement at the same time. So it's a bit of both worlds. So it's like adrenaline at the same time. It's like, So it's such a nice feeling at the end of it. If you just decide to focus that fear or whatever you're feeling and just tune it into something worthwhile, you'll have one of the best times on stage. Because for me, I feel like, you can never lie to the audience. You can never give them a false energy. Whatever you give them, which is, they'll give it back to you. Yeah.
And have you ever gone through a performance that you actually just fumbled it or something?
Oh, for sure. I'm not perfect. There are times maybe I've practiced something, I get on stage, I forget everything, I improv, or it happens. Like, you just have to mess up. Even Beyonce fell on stage twice. I mean, no one is perfect.
No one is perfect.
So yeah.
Yeah. So take us through a normal day as Wendy Kay. Not the music kind of normal, but the side hustles, everything else. What makes you actually just wake up every morning and just grind?
Ooh, that question. So I normally wake up. I try and wake up as early as I can. First thing I do, I won't lie, sometimes I try and like have like a few minutes to myself, whether it's praying, whether it's just silence, I just try and do that. And then I love taking walks in the morning, just going out there. I've tried exercising in the morning, it's not my thing, but walks anytime, and then I come back, check if I have maybe emails, work related or something. So for me, apart from music, I'm a freelancer, so I do different things, online jobs, online work. Check my to-do list. If I have, anything pending, I do that. And then, I go about my day depending on the tasks that are at hand.
Yeah. Okay. So would you give us like a productivity hack that you always have every day that makes you go all through?
For me, what most people don't know is I have ADHD. It's bad. The good thing with, such a thing is you can, once you learn how to manage it, you become this superhuman.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get it correct. Like I have to have alarms on, like time limits on most of the things that I do. If I don't, I will just perambulate, do my thing, the whole day is gone and I'm like, wow, I'm depressed,
Happened,
but
yeah.
it's because you've not managed your time. So I try and put alarms on like everything, like I've planned for the day. I do it the night before so that when I wake up, it's just, and sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like, but yeah.
Who do you actually look up to?
I look up to my mom. She has gone through a lot in her life and she still keeps smiling. She's very encouraging. She pushes me in my career, in my life. And I want to be that when I grow up as well. Yeah.
So she's actually a super fan, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Yeah, so tell our viewers where they can actually just get you all through online. Because I'm on Spotify. She's on Spotify, but yeah, she can just let you know.
So I'm on social media at Wendy Kay Music. That's on Instagram. You can find my music everywhere, Wendy Kay. And I am launching my merchandise line very soon. So as you can see, I have some nice jewelry written K culture, some nice earrings, some nice necklaces. So coming soon, be sure to follow me.
Yeah. So I'll be getting mine soon. But anyway, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You're always welcome to the podcast by Okaka. And sure, maybe we can meet again after some time, right?
Yes, for sure. New projects coming.
Yeah, definitely. So thank you for viewing and bye.